Good morning, Ultimate Coach Facebook family. Good morning, good morning, good morning from beautiful Ahwatukee, Arizona. Just a little bit south of Phoenix. It's actually technically Phoenix. I hit the go button a little too quick, so I'm scrambling. Not really. It's a beautiful morning here. Let's see what we got. Oh, almost 80 degrees already. Gonna be a hot one. I have a fairly brief live for you today, but an important one. I'm going to be doing a longer one, I think Saturday or Sunday morning. That's going to be really fun. I've been thinking about that a lot. But what I wanted to talk about today, Trevor Hanlon, Dries, what's up, brother? What I want to talk about today is something very simple, very important, and it really is directed at anyone who offers a service, and that's pretty much everyone. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever give anything away for free. Brian Morgan, good morning, sir. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to unpack it because it doesn't necessarily mean, hey, Steve, good morning. It doesn't necessarily mean what you think it's going to mean or think it means. Never, ever, ever, don't ever, never, never should you ever give anything away for free. Now, let me temper that slightly by saying, but you're allowed to give gifts. Yeah. So, when I say I'm going to do this for free, that separates whatever it is I'm doing, giving, sharing from any value. It assigns a value of 0. Something that is free has a value of 0. Even something that's being sold for $1, if the original price was $5, we have a perception of it's a $5 value, right? Think about it. You come home from the store, you go, man, I got this for $1. It was marked down from $10. There are whole stores that have a business model just based on having a original price that they never charge, right? One of those carpet stores, right? They've always got a 50% off sale on the rugs. Like the, I don't know what they're called. Not Arabian rugs or Egyptian rugs or whatever they're called. Oriental rugs, what they're called. Hey, Ben, good morning. Don't ever give anything away for free. Now, one important reason never to give anything away for free is it robs whatever you're providing, whatever you're conveying of value. It takes it all away. But this morning I have a more important reason why you should never give anything away for free. And it has nothing to do with the value that one person believes they're receiving. That's what we call a little Townsend twist on things. Coffee's good this morning. So, some of you who've listened to these lives have heard me from time to time talk about the fact that it's $100,000 paid in advance, in full, to work with me for a year, 50 hours. I'm sure that's even paid for some people. Who is this guy charging that? Why is he telling us? Who's he putting that on the Ultimate Coach Facebook group? Well, what most of you don't know is that today it's $100,000 to work with me. As of January 1st, 2022 is when I started that new fee. I started speaking that into existence last May. So a year ago. Morning, Casey. What's up, brother? Last May, I started speaking. Currently it's 60,000. As of next January, it'll be 100. If I was talking to somebody about enrolling them as a client last May, what they would have heard me say, hey, good morning, Rebecca, was it's $60,000 to work with me. Just so you know, as of January 1st, 2022, it'll be 100,000. I started speaking that in May. Now, don't tell anybody this. It's a little secret. Yeah, you remember that, don't you, Trevor? I wasn't like anchoring the price like act now, buy now. We'll get to that in a minute, but I was speaking into existence. I didn't actually, this is our secret, so don't tell anybody. I didn't actually bring in my first, hey Dave, good morning, paid in full client at my $100,000 rate until recently, like a few weeks ago. So I've been a $100,000 coach since January 1st, 2022. I haven't actually received from a client evidence of that until a couple weeks ago. Isn't that interesting? You might even say there's kind of a lag effect going on, right? Like with, thanks, Trevor. Like with creating our being from our declaration, it doesn't show up the moment you start speaking it into existence. It might take some time. For those of you just joining, I started this whole live with a very simple admonition, which is never, ever, 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 ever give anything away for free. Never say to somebody, oh, that's free. I'm giving away I have a free coaching session, a free consult. Don't ever do that. You're robbing them of any value. And more importantly, here's the punchline, you are missing an opportunity to speak into existence what you are declaring as truth. When you say to somebody, I do that for free, well, you're not only telling them, you're telling yourself. You're telling the universe. Hey, Trevor, good morning. Trevor, Tim Beck, the other Trevor. When you speak into existence, I'd like to have a conversation with you, and I'll give you a simple example. I'm letting airing all sorts of dirty laundry. It wasn't even up until 3 months ago, I wasn't transacting for what Steve calls a be with. I don't have a fancy name for it, and I don't want to poach his name, but my first 2 hours with somebody. I wasn't charging for that. I would have a connect conversation. There was something there. I'd say, well, let me invite you to a deep and powerful conversation, like it talks about in the Prosperous Coach, my Rich Littman buddy. By the way, it's Rich Littman's birthday today, so maybe wander over to his page and wish him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rich, if you're watching. So I wasn't receiving any money for a 2-hour initial session. I was doing it for free, quote unquote. However, never once did I say free. That's not true. A year ago, I used to say, let's just do it, and I didn't make a big deal out of it. What I started doing, let's just say last summer, was inviting people to a 2-hour conversation where, in order to show up, I would have to talk to them about what they were getting. Listen, what I'd like to do next with you is spend a couple hours and create for you an experience of coaching with me. It'll be 2 hours, we'll find a time, and it'll be life-changing for you. Before we get all excited about that, I want to let you know what you'll be receiving, right? Because a lot of people might think, oh, it's a free coaching session. Trust me, it's not. To work with me is, and this was last summer, $100,000 starting on January 1st, currently at 60, so I'm creating all that. I don't sell 2 hours of my time, which was true at the time. So the conversation you'll be getting from me, the kind of coaching you'll be getting from me will be the same coaching. It's not some trial teaser thing. You'll be getting the coaching as if you wrote me a $100,000 check. I was creating for them the value of the 2-hour session it was the same thing as if they'd written me a $100,000 check. I wasn't just creating it for them. I was creating it for the being, my being. Who am I being? I'm being somebody who you can't talk to unless you write me a $100,000 check. But in this case, I want to gift it to you, and here's what you would need to do, and I would create something they need to get committed to. But it's all about the creating of it, right? When you say it's free, when you put something on Facebook that says, I'm giving away 5 free, you're not only robbing somebody else of the value, you're speaking into existence, you ain't worth nothing. At a minimum, create the value of what this thing is, and then feel free to say, for certain folks, I'm going to gift it to you, right? Fast forward to today, I don't do 2-hour gifts anymore. No, that's not true. if somebody's in a certain situation, right, and maybe they're not somebody who would ever work with me, well, I love giving stuff to people that wouldn't otherwise be able to work with me. But for anybody else, it's $5,000 for a 2-hour session, and I can't remember what I charge for 10 hours, and it's $100,000 for 50 hours. It kind of rolls off the tongue, and it's starting to show up. But only because I've been creating that with this creation hole little device here for a year. So, a couple things to remember depending on when you're popping in here. Stop giving away shit for free. Don't ever give anything away for free, but that doesn't mean you can't give a gift, right? You can establish the value of something and then gift somebody that value, like it would be as if I wrote you a $5,000 check and then you handed it back to me. That's how I would say that. But it ain't free. When you give stuff away for free, yeah, I stole that from Steve, didn't I, Dave? When you give stuff away for free, you rob the other person of the value they're going to receive from it. More importantly, you miss an opportunity to speak into existence the declaration of your worth, right? Such that over time, it will be in the real world as such. And for those of you missing out, what I was saying is, I started speaking into existence January 1st, 2022. My investment will be $100,000 to work with me. I didn't pick up a client, hey Patricia, good morning, until a couple weeks ago. My first $100,000 painful client, a couple weeks ago. But Townsend, it's May. Yeah, damn right. There's a little lag in how this thing works, but it works. So, last point I'll make, because some of you hopefully are getting this and going, oh shit, man, but I got all these things out there and I've already promised them stuff. No problem. Go clean that up. Right? If you've got invitations out there for folks, if you have stuff on the calendar for folks, you don't have to just suck it up and try better with the next one. You could go back to somebody that you've got a free coaching session next week and say, listen, I need a couple minutes with you. I got to clean something up with you. When I told you I'd be doing this for free, I kind of screwed up because I don't do stuff for free. I want to make sure you understand the value of what I'm going to be giving you. And you can create that with them. Even if you already told them it was something else, you can apologize for creating it in a way that robbed them of the value of it and didn't really create for you your own worth, and then clean that up by creating on top of it. I can apologize, forgive myself, right? And then recreate. So, go look at all the places in your life you're creating free, tell them it doesn't cost nothing, and ask, how can I create value such that they will receive more out of it? More importantly, your being will get the memo, oh, I'm worth that. When I speak, this is what I charge. My being goes, oh, I must be worth that. And then I start to attract people that want to pay that. But it is a lagging indicator. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like the rate card flips and all of a sudden people show up with the new rate. Hello, Allison. All right, that's it. I've got another live I'll be doing this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. It's going to be kind of a big one. You're going to watch for that. Also, tomorrow, Tracksuit Thursday. Get your tracksuits out, put them on, take a photo, hashtag it, share it in the group. Tracksuit Thursday, that's a reminder to focus on peace, freedom, and connection as a way of being. Hello, Lindsay Gregory. Right? And that peace, freedom, and connection as a way of being can be how we create in the world. That's my little thing that I'm doing. I'll have an update hopefully this weekend on tracksuits for Ukraine, for those of you that may have been paying attention. I've been trying to sort out how to send 1,000 PFC tracksuits for Ukrainian refugees. Rich Habits hooked me up with an incredible connection, so now I've got the ability to buy the tracksuits. That was kind of a big hurdle. I'm meeting with somebody today that is actually headed to Poland tomorrow, or today, as I understand. I'm getting a hold of her just before she gets on the airplane. And I think this is going to solve the logistic challenge of how do we get them there. So people are coming in from the Ukraine into Poland. I think it's like 10,000 a day or something crazy like that. No money, no clothes, well, except on the back, nothing. Like, how cool would that be? They're getting off the train. Here's a PFC tracksuit. So, working on that. Have more updates later. Then I just need some people to donate some more money to buy more tracksuits. So if you know people who want to buy like 100 tracksuits at a time, I'm not really set up for like onesie twosies yet, but if you know somebody who's passionate about this, who would like to help out, let me know, have them call me, whatever works best. You guys have an amazing, Wednesday. I love you all, and see you this weekend.